Hi, I'm here today at Lake Thunderbird State Park. I figured I would try out some gear. It is election weekend in 2020 and I want to think about anything but politics. It's Monday. I am going to go in the morning after I finish camping to vote. But for tonight, I'm not going to think about politics and all of the nonsense going on right now. Just going to relax here on the pretty water. Earlier we had some American coots. I was going to show you those, but they're a little off in the distance. I'll throw in some photos. So anyway, I'm going to do a gear check tonight. I am using my new Wildcat underquilt my wife sewed me. It should be good down to about 20 degrees. It's only going to get 45 tonight, I think, so it's not going to be very cold at all. We'll see how well that holds up. I'm also going to try out a few interesting meals for backpacking season before we go to any of these longer trips. Make sure I like them. I really don't want to be in the woods and have to eat stuff you don't like. That defeats the purpose of having a good time. I'll show you my setup here in a moment. And at the end of this video, I'll include any good photos that I get of the birds or wildlife. I like to do birding photography. I'm not very good. I use a Canon SX540 power shot. It's an excellent camera for the price range, about $300. So that being said, welcome. Hopefully you have a good time and let's go camping. Well, that was really nice. I had to go ahead and put out the fire. It is now 15 after 7 in the evening. Sunset today was at 5:32 p.m. Ever since the time change this week, it's getting darker much earlier. So I'm going to lie here in my hammock, and that's okay with me because that's half of the reason that I camp. The other half is breakfast and coffee from the hammock in the mornings. Who doesn't love that? And I guess in the third half would be birds. It's 150. That works out. That's fine. I have my notebook here tonight, so I'm going to lie here and make a few notes about what worked well, what didn't, what gear I liked, what gear I brought that I didn't need, so I know not to carry it in my pack for next time. There's no need for extra weight for no reason. So far, this underquilt that my wife sewed is right here on the side. It is doing really well. I'm not using a blanket or anything yet, and it's in the mid to high 50s right now. And I'm perfectly warm even without a blanket. So I'll sleep nice and cozy tonight. I'm going to listen to a podcast for about an hour till I start to get sleepy. I'll go to bed early tonight. And while you're waiting on me to wake up, here's something for you. I think it's time for a ghost story. A man laid down to take a nap. When he opened his eyes, awake again, he opened them on Death himself. Death, silent, holding on to a scythe, leaned in and said, "It's time." The man, terrified but eager to stay alive, said, "You can't kill me yet. You can't kick me out of my body. I need at least a week. It's not fair. I have so much left I want to do." Death lowered his hood, looked down upon the man and said, "A week? Son, just this year alone you've had 52 weeks. What have you done with them?" I think you should go camping soon. steam coming out of that bag, it's cooking. Does not look appealing, but when you're hungry, food tastes different. Well, it tastes much better than it looks. Show you a cool way to find north using just a few sticks. So I've got a stick in the ground right here. The sun is casting a shadow of that stick all the way out to here. I'm going to put another stick right where the end of that shadow is. Now I'm going to wait about 15 minutes and I'm going to put a second stick where the shadow ends up because the shadow is going to move. I'll show you what happens next. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and as you can see the line is shorter now. So here's our first stick right here, and now the shadow ends about here. So I'm going to put a second stick there to mark that. Now you have to do at this point is we're going to lay another stick. I'm going to use a big one so you can see right across, touching both of those. A straight stick is preferable. And if I put my feet up against this stick, I am now facing relatively close to north and south. So I'm either facing north or I am facing south. I've created my 4-point system. And the easy way to tell is the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So if I know that right now to my left is the east, right is west, I am facing south.